Welcome, welcome, welcome. About to trip myself to death. My age, I can't catch myself like I used to. We're gonna be working on something a little bit different this go around. Something that I thoroughly enjoy doing. And y'all hang tight. We're gonna bring you in. Welcome to this episode of In the Garage. What do we have here? Not for sure on the year. By looking at the panels, I'm gonna say 83, 84 Kawasaki KX 1000. And this thing needs a paint job. Had a lot of damage. You can see here it got a pretty deep gouge and was blistering back here and back here. Now on this plastic, you got to be a little bit leery because plastic is weird. Unlike metal, sometimes it doesn't behave itself when it comes to putting chemicals on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get all this stuff sanded down. We're going to get the body work done. And after that, I'm going to spray what's called some adhesive promoter and make sure that this stuff sticks real good. And then we'll seal it, and then we'll take a look, or a close look, at the places that we had to go down to the plastic and make sure we're not having a weird reaction. The tank is not a problem. We'll still seal it, of course, but we're not going to have a reaction like we could potentially have when it comes to plastic. The tank's metal. But y'all hold tight, and I'm going to finish getting these things sanded, and we'll start the body work. I've got, man, you would really have to have a hand tuned in tight to be able to feel this one. But there's a low spot right there, not a dent. Looks more like somebody just put too much weight on it. Little spot here. We've got a chip right there that we're gonna get to the bottom of. We had a pretty deep scratch over here that went down this way, or went across this way. And we just about got to the bottom of that. You can still see that little white line. So we got to go a little bit deeper to make sure we get to the root of that problem. And we have another dent right here and another dent right here. You can see the dark spots. So I'm going to get you set up, and we'll get this thing finished sanded, and then start our body work. gonna put our adhesion promoter on here. You need to really do this every time you spray plastic. Like I said earlier, plastic and chemicals sometimes do not play nice with each other. So it's a little cheap insurance. And we'll let that set for about 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Put another coat on it. And then we're gonna wait 20 minutes before we start sealing. New day. So we got all the priming done on these panels. So I'll spin you around here in a second. We'll do a little bit of sanding. All right, I got some 400 DA paper on a really soft sponge, because I'm not trying to get this thing flat. It's already flat. And what we're going to do is we're going to paint this silver first, and then we'll go over that with the blue. But that's going to brighten that blue up and give it a little bit more pop. But if I was leaving it silver, then I would have to go farther than 400, because the problem with silver is very finicky when it comes to the finish that it's going over, because mostly what makes silver is the black metallic that's in it. And that black metallic will migrate if there's a scratch, a heavy sanding scratch. That black metallic will migrate right into that scratch and create a black line or something like that. Silver is really easy to get lined up or blotchy if you're not sure what you're doing. But back to what I was saying, if I was leaving this silver, I would probably go even far as about a 600 to make sure that didn't happen. But like I said, we're going over the silver with the blue, so I'm really not sweating that too much. And really all I want to do is just get rid of the orange peel. That's all that I need to do. Like I said, I don't have to do any blocking or straightening out any imperfections, because this is in really good shape, so we ain't got to worry about any of that. But I'll get these things sanded, and we'll bring you back after that. Well, the day has come, finally. We got weather enough to do a little bit of painting, even though it's nowhere near as sunny as I would like it to be. We still got to get this thing done. So we got all of our parts ready. The last thing I need to do to these is tack them off real quick. And we are mixing our first base coat color, which is a, what is this? What vehicle? It's a Hyundai called Hyper Silver. Paint code is P25. And what we'll be doing is laying this over all the parts first. And then we've got a beautiful blue that we're going to be spraying on top of this. And that silver base is going to give a little extra effect to that blue. And make her look good, real good. All right. We're going to use Old Faithful. Believe it or not, this gun is about 21, 22 years old. This thing is a workhorse. It's a Sharp Finex. Got a 1.2 fluid tip. And man, this thing never fails. I just rebuilt it. So just a quick note. After you rebuild one, we'll run some lacquer thinner through it and get all your lube out of it, but you also want to make sure that you don't have any drips coming out of your air cap from your fluid tip and needle. You also want to make sure you don't have any drips coming out of your packing right here. You know, you tighten this until you start feeling a little bit of drag on your trigger, and then you just back it off a little bit. So you want to make sure that number one, your needle ain't dragging, causing you to have a drip, because your needle won't return home. You also want to make sure you don't have it so loose that you got a drip coming around your packing, coming out of this packing nut right here, because that is a freaking headache. But man, I love this gun. This thing has never failed me. Fantastic gun. Boy, it has done some more number of paint jobs. But there you go. All right. We got our 3 coats of silver base laid down. Looking pretty good. Pretty good. And so next what we're going to do is we're going to let this set up for a while. And then we'll come in here and lay out our pinstripes and spray our blue. And I'll bring you back when we start that process. What do you say? Come on. We got our first set of stripes on these things. So now we'll get to spraying our blue. And we'll see what that looks like. I think they're going to turn out pretty good. She's all dressed in blue. So now what we've got to do is we've got to come under this tape line and leave, about a tape line width space, and then add another strip of tape so that we can add our third color. And after our third color is added, then if all goes well with the removal of the tape, then we are ready to put some clear on. So I'm going to set you up, and we'll put these 2 strips of tape on each side. Of course, we got to run a bottom strip down through here so that we have blue on the bottom. So you have blue, you'll have your third color, you'll have blue, you'll have your stripe, blue stripe, and then of course blue on top. So let's get you set up and we'll get that going. All right. Now I'm going to use this thin line to separate our silver stripe from our third color. It's about 1/16 of an inch thick, and that is really all that we need. Try to get this as straight as possible. And follow our tape line. Get down here where the sun can show me where this line is. Messed around. I forgot my razor blade. There we go. Alright, let's chop you right there. Make sure you're good and stuck. That's crazy. I got this tiny little bitty hair or piece of lint or something. Got it. All right. Another. Gotcha. All right. So that's the thickness of the line of blue. And then we'll use our 1/4 inch down here at the bottom. Go ahead and stick that before I mess around and forget it. Find the end of this stuff. This stuff is so thin, it's hard to find the end. Let's go ahead and bring it all the way out the end there. Just like so. Do I want that curving up? I don't know if I want that curving up or not. I may just want that straight. I believe I do. I just want that straight. All right. Now, we're gonna close this off on the end right here. Just like so. That's how we'll handle that end. believe that will work great. Yeah. All right, finally got everything masked off for our third and final color. I think it's gonna look really good. So this color that we're fixing to spray is what I call very, very intrusive color. It migrates very efficiently, but it is gorgeous. It's called Galvanic Gold. It's off a 2021 BMW. But if you'll notice, everything that is not getting gold is completely removed from the shop. You can see it sitting out there on the hood of my truck because this stuff migrates very, very well. So we don't want any type of overspray landing on anything that's going to be blue. So we spent a lot of extra time making sure nothing is able to migrate up, in, around, or over. So I'm gonna get this stuff mixed up. All right, gentlemen and ladies, that is gonna do it. I think it turned out pretty dang good. Not much trash at all. Still gonna be wet sanded and buffed, but until that happens, I think it turned out absolutely phenomenally. Yep, I like it. So I think that's gonna do it for this video. A little bit different, obviously, but gotta pay the bills around here somehow. So it's funny, I told my wife, I said, you know, I don't get a phone call from nobody on a paint job until I get a project to work on, and the phone won't stop ringing. It's like a blessing and a curse all at the same time. But we got her done, got it took care of, turned out really good. I'll give this a few days to cure up, and then I'll get wet sanding and buffing, and we'll send them back to the old boy that owns them. But if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share notification. Share notification, share the share button. Share button. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about it. And yep, until next time, y'all go do some work.